Just going live a little bit early so I can adjust things a little bit. Get my light right there. Yeah. So let's see. Mic working? Let me check. Oh, mine. What's going on? Wrong place. They're okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Everything's working. So yeah. Okay. So like you see, I normally only do streams about customizing and stuff in here when I'm working on stuff. Um, but I decided I was going to do it with our brain leakage Doctor Who podcast that I would also start doing streams and try to do streams. At least streams or shorts after every episode with this new beginning for Doctor Who. And I also, more likely today, let me see how this looks with the light. It really, actually, that looks pretty good. Right there should be good. I'm also gonna probably work on a Doctor Who. Let's see, this one's a Tom Baker head. I got this from. Let me see. I got this from Doctor Who UK on Etsy. And too much stuff open on my phone. So yeah, Doctor Who UK on Etsy, and they got a lot. They're doing a lot of cool projects. And this is Doctor Fourth Doctor with the Deerstalker hat. So I'm gonna paint this up, and I thought I might do some of that too for these. So I might have to order me a bunch more if I'm going to do customizing at the same time as I do these strings, because this will give me something to do besides just like running my mouth, so to speak. So I'm going to do that, and when I do that, and I'll probably talk about this episode. But as people jump on, if anybody jumps on here, so but I'll do this in between, and we'll see how things go. Hopefully, I can get some people in to talk about Doctor Who. But like I said, and that light works good for seeing like down here or really far down. It doesn't do me as much good here. So yeah, it looks cool. Let me see if I can get some light. Probably has getting this camera to focus, but it's a really detailed head. I'll take some pictures of it and put them on my Instagram, and you can go to tenuverse.blogspot.com for all our stuff. Our audio books, our webcomics, and everything goes up too. So yeah, but I'm gonna paint this one up. I wonder if I should do a base coat, just black on it, or I might just do the face. I think what I'm going to do first is do some different browns on the hat. Tom Baker's hair. I think I might use this brown for his hair and these two for the hat. I'll also do a black with the hat. So I'm going to do a base coat on the hat of black. I don't have my wash in here. Whatever. But yeah. So I think I'll start doing that. It's a brand new bag I just bought the other day because I'm getting ready to paint this solid black for a custom I'm working on. Which painting yellow is about like painting white. Yeah, it's going to take a bit to get done. I like how I go to stream and I don't ever have all my stuff. Like my snips are in the living room because I was working on something else in there. Because if you got a space for like a work desk, you end up working all over the place. If you work from home, like do stuff from home. Shit. But yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is a black on the top. And these are good. I got these online. They work really good, especially for somebody like me who can't see that good. So yeah, I'm going to do a black or a deer stalker, which I think that is the official name for that hat, ain't it? Deer stalker, I think. And I'll have to be perfect on this part. This is a base. I could put. I thought about putting a base of black all over it, which is usually what I do with just about everything. Let's go do this base of this part first. I think I need a more even bigger magnification lens or whatever you call it for this. I turned that where it looked better on camera, but it also made where it worked it off for me just looking at it. Okay. So there's black on that. And I know you really shouldn't basically fast dry this stuff much like this. A lot of people say, but I almost always do it. So yeah, first color on there is some black. And then after that, I need to hit it with some browns. Right about the way that is. I'll be right back. I need to get my wash cup really quickly. So yeah, I just got through watching Christmas special. Like, and I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. It's like most of the specials, especially the holiday ones, you can't look at them the same way because they're supposed to be like kind of spectacles and not your normal episodes. I would never look at One of the Doctor Christmas or even really any of the holiday specials of shows and be all like, oh, this is supposed to be this way or this is supposed to be that way. It's like they don't follow the same formula of a story because, like they tend to be bigger in a lot of ways, and like you want things to have a point where you think things are good and then twists around. It's formulaic, but not not in a bad way. Formulaic, uh, just in a normal way. Formulaic. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah. So I don't really mind that much. So I think it sometimes does a disservice to a new Doctor when the holiday special is like their first story in a lot of ways, because it's, you have this thing set up in a certain way, and I don't think it services a new Doctor particularly well, in my opinion. I think it actually makes it harder for newer Doctors to establish themselves within that structure of a Christmas special. And you want it to be uh, something special for them, but I think they work when the Doctor's already established, though. I think they work better. And this story just seemed like it was a little short, and I think it's because you had to do a lot of introduction, and I think I like the specials when the Doctor's already established, and then and the companions too, if they can be, and then you just jump into it. Well, that's turned out real good. This thing's got good details, like with the folds of the deerstalker hat and stuff. So yeah, I don't think you can see it really good. I gotta get better lighting for our apartment. Has awful lighting. I think you can start to see it here. We're doing stuff like this. I got 2 tones of brown. I'm doing, this is so-called real brown, Charlie Brown. And then I got territorial beige. I'm going to use to complete the dry brush on it. And then I'll do Tom's hair. Or should I do the lighter brown? Do a little bit of it on the hair. So yeah, like I enjoyed it, the Christmas special. I do wish they had a chance to in some ways to let him just do a story that wasn't involved with other people, and they had to introduce a lot of stuff because they're already hinting at stuff. I just hope the companion story doesn't get bogged down again. Like, cause I loved Amy as a character, but by the end, when I wanted her to kind of come. I was just done, like with the whole Amy River and all that stuff. By the end of it, like I said, I liked her character, but it just had to end, and it did. I think it went on. The whole Amy River and everything kind of went on longer than it should have. I think, really, but it gives my good leather look to that. I mean, eyes are always the worst thing for me, but for his hair. Just this brown. And I might hit spots of black. Not even going to clean my brush for this. I'm trying just to spot it on there. So I can get it to stand out a little bit from the brown of the hat. And then I'm going to go back with some black, and then probably some more brown, and then probably some more black. Upwards and onwards, as they say. Get one of my little brushes out here. Yeah, I'm going to do these every episode. So the new Doctor Who season doesn't start until was it May? I think it is. So, got a while, but then I'm going to start back up with the Brain Leakage podcast too, where I cover classic Doctor Who, from all the episodes of classic Doctor Who up to Mcgann, and hopefully I can get that rolling really well soon. Black again. When you got something that's blue, like this head is naturally, the underneath part, I mean, if you miss spots, it really stands out because, you know, you're doing bright blue. It's kind of like the whole thing with, like, the reason why you wear blue gloves for doing stuff with, like, food is because neon blue isn't much of a natural color. So it tends to stand out big time. Wearing these glasses after having a day of, like, killer allergies is probably not the best thing, but I wanted to do this today. Because I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I was lucky enough to have a bunch of days off from work. But to go back, it's always stressful when you go back after having some good amount of days off. Straight Tom Baker's hair is almost done. It's weird when you do these and you're not talking to anybody else. You begin to just do things, and because normally you're not talking to a bunch of people in there. Well, at least I'm not. So I don't do stuff with other people really. Their hair looks really nice. That's starting to look good. I'm starting where I'm getting a lot better at painting everything except for, of course, eyes, which I said I've had a problem with before. I have to tell me. But yeah. And I found a couple of things that made painting. I used to be really care about skin tones until I found this this particular of the cheap. I think this is Target brand, and it's the Tanwa Medium Canelli Nature 02126. But it's very good, straight up white flesh tone. And then I got some different flesh tones from like war paints and stuff like that, like these. That I can add to brighten or lighten it a little bit. But I think this is a good starting point of doing that. And that's one that on Robo Don't Know. He mentioned this one time, and it actually is really super good for doing stuff like that. I need a thinner brush though if I'm going to do skin. That. I'll use that for doing eyes later. I do need a smaller one though. The only problem is you get one too small, and it just doesn't work that well. Yeah, so got all my brushes up here. This would be a good one for doing it. Like brush with the tip like this. There's not even much brush there, but it might be a good thing. I forgot there's a light at the end of this. It doesn't do a lot, but it helps a little bit, like when you're up close to stuff. The brush is a bit wet. I'm still really bad at doing skin stuff. And really, I'm really bad at doing stuff. I'm gonna have to. When I try this, I'm gonna have to go over it again. Go over the hair, do touch-up stuff. Should make every character I ever do wears sunglasses. Sure would be a lot easier. One of the first heads I ever painted was a Jackie Chan head I got from Casting Cave. And I did not do a good job. The skin looks awful on it because it was one of the first ones I ever did. And I did terrible eyes on it. So I just stuck sunglasses on. Kind of a cop out for it, but skin color's getting there. Start to see. See if it'll adjust. Does not want to focus. This is supposed to be an autofocus camera, but it never does. Anyways. Yeah, it's getting there. Layers and layers. Now I can really see his like sideburns. Now that I got the more of the skin tone on here, especially right there on the left side. Starting to really look like him though now. I mean, this is a really good sculpt. Anyways, like I said, this is from Doctor Who UK on. You can look them up on Etsy. They're doing some really, really cool stuff, so I'd highly recommend you checking them out. This kind of got that. I just need to fix the hair. Then I can spray it and seal it. Work on the hair now. And then I can do the eyes, which I love doing. You can tell I love doing eyes so much. One thing about wearing these things when you got glasses on, you gotta push it up, your glasses right up to your eyes. And then to do that. Here's one of my fine brushes I bought. Some more black. Oh, sorry. Add some more black around the edges of the hair. Then I got a little skin tone on. Just a little bit. I thought that was his ear. It's actually not. Just put this on here. Blue there. And then put him right there. Just sideburns. Why do you get quieter when you do stuff like this? And even if you're talking, you start to talk softer. Don't speak too loud. I can't do it. I can't concentrate. I am not an artist, and like techniques for using a brush, I do not know. I mean, I did plenty of art classes in my life, but was I always listening? No. Why Brown isn't an artist? Well, not in that way. I think writing and stuff, it's all an art form. But in our limited vocabulary, how we talk about stuff, we tend to think of artists as, you know, people who draw, paint, those types of things. Instead of like writers. I don't know how much you can see of his eyebrows. And I go back to that. Let's turn that to that. Or over that. No, like that. Because I think it's a little uneven. I think you see the eyebrow, the area for the eyebrows on one side, but not the other one. That was my favorite color. Yay! White. I even bought this like kind of glittery white, and a lot of my stuff is now uses that. Like I've got more. I can honestly say I think I'm alright at doing everything except for eyes. And I mean the eyes in complete, like. And when I watch streams with people like Casting Cave, when I watch him painting, sometimes I'm like, I don't think that's good. Why is certain people sell stuff and other people don't? I mean, it kind of looks like. You see, I got a Dollar Tree one right here. I mean, they do eyes a little bit better than me. No, they do them a lot better than me. I really like how the hat and that stuff turned out. It's just. Everything else. Let's see what time it is. It hasn't been that long for anybody to stop in. Kind of started early. I got 2 likes. Somebody else watching. But yeah, I was just painting Doctor Who head from Doctor Who UK on Etsy. The head I bought. Yeah. Which I really like a lot. It's really good. So I'm gonna try to get some other get some more stuff from them, and then maybe do Doctor Who custom work when I talk about episodes in the future. I think that turned out pretty good. I still see a little bit of blue in it. I have to go over it again. Make sure. And those eyes are kind of bug-eyed. Take a picture of this. Okay. So much stuff around it. There's a couple pictures of that. So I think it turned out good. Yeah, looks pretty cool. I might just seal it. Like I said, I think there's touches of the blue coming through. It might just be coming through the paint and on the edges, but that's pretty good. I would love if somebody ever, and I've said this many times on different streams and stuff, somebody ever starts doing a lot of Doctor Who instead of just TV Tenant or Cyberman, which I've seen a few people do those in 6-inch scale, you're going to be getting a lot of money from me. You're probably going to be getting more money than I get Hasbro on people, which is way too much. But yeah, I would so be buying all those to do customs of. Believe me, I got 8 billion suit bodies I could use. I should do me a David Tennant one though, because that would be the easiest one. Because I've seen a lot of people that have those because you got him and other stuff. So like I've seen more 6-inch customs of him than any other person from Doctor Who. I would love to get a Peter Cushing, kind of a little bit younger head. And yeah, I've thought about just taking the Grand Admiral Talking and using it to make not only a Doctor Who from the movies, but I also want to make a Van Helsing. Same thing with Christopher Reeve. Christopher Lee. Like, you got that Dooku, but the Dooku's got the beard, so I can't do him as Dracula, really. I want to do a Dooku. Checking stuff to make sure it's still running. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Christmas special, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Like I said, most of the Christmas specials, like, you gotta look at them a little bit differently in how you want to judge director episodes, because they're just supposed to be kind of spectacle and throw stuff at you and all that. Because like there are some little things I would have did differently, or I wish they did. One, I thought felt short, and I think it's because you only see the main bad guy a little bit, which is all right in some of them. But I thought it would have been better if you'd seen him a little bit more. Instead of having to look back around, which I know is a part, it's kind of that mechanics of those holiday specials, to look back around and have the Doctor going back and fighting the bad guy because now Ruby's gone, Ruby's disappeared. I thought that it would have been a little bit better if they just focused in that one moment of Ruby with the Doctor and expanded that a little, and then you have her just him and her coming back. I loved it a lot. Thought it was a lot of fun, and that's my only little thing there. it's a lot to have a special that introduces new villains, introduces a new companion, basically introduces a new Doctor in a lot of ways. So there's a lot going on there when that happens. But yeah, I liked it. I like Ruby. Seems like a really cool character. Her family is different and interesting, and you're always going to have that in modern stories. You got to kind of tap into her families a little bit. I like the Doctor talking about being adopted. Basically, I think giving more hints towards the timeless child stuff from the Jodie Whittaker era. I think the Doctor is always going to be a little bit melancholy, but he's got a lot more energy, I think, in this one. And it's going to be interesting to see how Russell T Davies. I was talking to somebody online, and they were talking about the whole thing with, like, is it the Ronnie? Is this person Ronnie? Is this person Ronnie? Is this person Ronnie? Maybe. I think they got kind of obsessed with the mystery aspects of a lot of Doctor Who in a modern era, which is cool, but I think writers are very easy for us to fall in love with a character, to fall in love with certain scenarios with those characters, because there's a comfort level, and writers crave comfort in a lot of ways. So I think it's really easy that the writers at times have fell into Doctor Who being dark since the new Who started, and I would like to get back to just adventures. Like you can have those type darker stories. Those darker stories are good for Doctor Who, but I think it would be good to get back to just big adventures. Just running around and having fun, and then you can tap that thing in there. I would like to see a couple of seasons that have no overarching storyline. You could hit it at the end with a 2 or 3 parter to have a big ending of the season. But all the companions don't have to be super special. It kind of takes away from who they are. That's why I think Amy was there for a year too long. That storyline with her. I think Claire was there for too long, even though I know the Claire thing's supposed to be this bigger thing, but it's not as much about the character as what they are. It's like almost like an object to the Doctor, or a puzzle to the Doctor instead of a person. So I would like to see them kind of get away with that, be more adventure stuff. I love the goblins. Of course, I love that goblin song. Can't believe somebody's arguing with me about that one day, saying like, you're a sick person if you like that. It's a fucking goblins shit. It's like, it was fun. So yeah, I like all the new characters. Yes, they set up mysteries. I don't think they needed to with this episode, because this is still one of the specials, and a lot of people were still going to jump on with the new series starting. So maybe they could have waited and peppered those out and that more a little bit. But overall, I liked it a lot. There's, like I said, the Christmas specials sometimes aren't the best tightly written stories on purpose, and they're more spectacle than anything else for the most part. So hopefully it turns out more. I love Shooty, great. I love everything about his Doctor. I love the fact that we've seen him in 3 different costumes, I think, in this. And then you got him and Ruby. Ruby Sunday looks to be a really strong companion. I hope she is going to be a strong companion. I have every faith she will be. From stills and little clips, it looks like we're going to have a Doctor that changes costumes a lot, which is always like, yeah, sometimes you want him to be out of place and companions to be out of place in stories, but I think it's good also to take advantage that the TARDIS has a huge wardrobe. So if they know they're going to work, we can change clothes to fit in better and just have fun. I think that's also one of the aspects of having fun with the stories is doing that too. You get to see them in different costumes and stuff. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. It looks like Donna's daughter, Rose, might be coming back from a little clip. Uh, we already know, I think, that Unit's coming back, which would be really cool. Maybe Rose is working with Unit. Maybe. That would be cool. Uh, maybe you could even make her more of the liaison between that Shooty's doctor and Unit. Uh, I would love to see with the whole like bi generation. I would like to see that kind of wrapped up as soon as possible because a lot of people are using it to say this is not the real doctor. And the way Russell T Davies has talked about it, and you can't believe everything Russell T Davies does because rightfully he wants to keep stuff secret and he tries to misdirect people and stuff. But as far as I understand it, it's basically the doctor is going to go for a while with Rose to get his head straight, basically, and find peace. And that's why Shooty's doctor has more energy and is big about stuff and having fun. So I think you need to wrap that up eventually, or this thing's going to be held over his doctor for a long time. The only criticism I have of the Timeless Trial isn't the story at all. It's that it happened during Jodie Whittaker's era. She had way too much over her that character, that series. Anyways, I don't think it benefited her as the Doctor. It benefited her stories to have that lingering over it. Uh, I like the Timeless Child stuff. I think it's great. Yeah, it's a lot more to Who. But I do think it would have been better if it happened at least later in her run, which was a chaotic run because of COVID and everything else. Like, you had a lot of stuff going on. Um, so I think it would have been better for her time as the Doctor and that Doctor to have it happen later. And I think with Shooty's Doctor, having that David Tennant Doctor out here, that needs to get kind of straightened. And them to get a merger there, or we have a problem. I know Russell T Davies has said, well, this means all the doctors in the past have bioregenerated, and there's two versions of everything and all this other stuff. I think he's saying that in two ways. One, it's just to shut up people about a lot of stuff and not be, oh, Kenyon's the most important thing, and which has never been in Doctor Who. But I also think he was saying that so they could use the older doctors with not a lot of explanation. And also he's saying that as a distraction for stuff that's going to happen in the future. People have criticized him and Moffat both for lying to fans. Yeah, if it makes the story better and it keeps secrets for surprises, lie to us all day long, as long as you have something that pays off and is good. When he said he didn't like the Cyberman, when he said he didn't like the Master, it made those things paid off because you weren't looking for them all the time. And I thought that was a good thing that he did when his first time in Doctor Who. But yeah, I picked up this Sixth Doctor at a toy show, which I don't see much Doctor Who stuff around here anymore. And I have the one with this cape. I hope this is a different figure than I haven't really looked at the one I have. I think this one is slightly different, the one with the cape, than the one I got in the multi-Doctor set. I'll have to check it. I really haven't. But yeah, I picked this up not too long ago. I actually don't have a ton of Doctor Who figures just because they were so hard to get for the longest time where I was from. I kind of put them out of my head because I knew I would get so upset not being able to get the Doctors. I mean, get as many as I wanted to. Yeah. Talking about like uh, Ruby's family. I like the grandmother. I seen somebody made comments like, see the grandmother travel with him. It almost had the feeling of her character is like the grandpa from Willy Wonka. Like, is she in that bed until she goes on an adventure or something? And it's going to be this big thing when she actually gets out of the bed. Uh, so it had those kind of vibes to it. But I would love to see the Doctor have an older companion. Uh, Gwendolyn Smythe is one of my favorite ones. Maggie Smith's character in Big Finish with the Sixth Doctor is one of my favorite companions, period. I think she's probably like third or fourth. Overall, books, shows, comics, everything. She's like one of my favorites ever. Two of my top companions are actually Pinocchio's. Charlie Pollard and her. But I'd like to see them come back. I like that her family is a loving family. And not a family that's arguing and fighting. And like you like her mom, and you like her grandma, and you like the fact that their family set up with adoptions and stuff, um, and fostering. So I hope there's not anything in the shadows with them because I don't think it would be good. But I like everything they're doing right now. And my theory. So fans out. I do think fans overanalyze stuff to the point where they're not really paying attention and having fun. They're just looking to be the smartest one in the room that can do a video about the secrets that are revealed. The person who put Ruby down and the neighbor, I think they're both Ruby. In my estimation, I think they are both her. But as far as would it bother me if it was somebody else? No, that's just my little theory. So I'm throwing out. But mainly, I'm just going to concentrate on watching the shows and enjoying them. And yes, I do hope that Ronnie turns up. She's always been one of my favorite villains. But, from what I understand, Big Finish had a lot of headaches with the owners of that character and dealing with her. It's only I think they only did 3 stories, Ronnie stories, before really getting away from that. So it might be some issues there, is why they can't do as much. But yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to it. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. I'm going to start doing streams and stuff like this. I'm really looking forward to more Doctor Who in the future, and the things it offers. So maybe more customs and stuff. This isn't a custom. But I did do his custom heads. Go 10universe.blogspot.com for all 10 Universe stuff, and you get links to all my stuff. My Instagram's Hang On Wednesday, and I'll put up some pictures of this so everybody can look at it. So I'll see y'all next time. Hope you watch this on the replay and have some fun. I might change the camera setup and stuff for these, but I just got it in a good spot. I like it for doing custom stuff, and I don't want to adjust it anymore. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see if people like doing these. I like talking about Doctor Who, and I'd rather talk about it with others, but I can't just talk to myself about Doctor Who too, because that's just like me. I'll see everybody later. Bye.